On November 8, 2010, the entire family is a target. Suburb outside in Toronto, Markham, Unionville, Ontario, Canada, 3 intruders rob Pan family, ask for money, and later ask the couple to stand against the wall on the ground floor and ask them to face the wall and cover their head with a blanket. Big Pan, the mother of 2, begs the killers to spare her daughter's life as her final words. One of the killers rushes on the upper floor, gets her daughter, who is terrified, in her room. He drags her out and ties her up with a banister or the staircase pole. Meanwhile, downstairs, 5 gunshots. Bam, 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 bam. Big Pan gets multiple shots in the head and the back, and she dies instantly. Where Han Pan, he gets multiple shots in the head and in the face. While Jennifer Pan is tied up with a banister or the staircase pole on the upper floor. Police responds to a report of robbery and assault in Unionville, the house of Han and Big Pan, who attempted to murder the whole family, and why the killer spared the daughter's life, and how Jennifer Pan, she could manage herself to call 911 while she was tied up with a banister or the staircase pole. If the reason of killing was a financial gain, then after killing the family, why the killer didn't take anything from the Pan's property? That makes me wonder why. What was the animosity behind this killing? Was this killing the Chinese, Vietnamese immigrants based on the racial ground? The twist of the story is gonna give you a shiver and shockwave in your spine.
The case happened back in 2010 in Ontario, and it got a lot of attention. I was one of the reporters who covered the trial.
Pan told the court she began to build a web of lies.
One of the producers for the Netflix documentary asked whether I would participate, but I declined. But I can tell you a bit about the case and my impressions. When Jennifer was 24, she hired hitmen to kill her parents in a staged home invasion. Her mother was killed and her father was shot in the head. It was a really unusual story. It's very rare that you get a young woman charged with killing one parent and trying to kill another. Initially, the whole story was that we thought that she was a victim. The police thought she was a victim, but soon after that, they charged her with first-degree murder and her boyfriend at the time, plus 3 other guys. She lied about going to university. She lied about getting into pharmacology at U of T. She lied about working at Sick Kids Hospital.
And that at the time, detective asked him if there is anything missing that you want to tell us. And he says, use your police techniques and find out what Jennifer did.
I go back to speak with Mr. Pan again, just to make sure that there's no other information that he wants to tell us. This time, he leans in and he says, use your police techniques to find out what Jennifer did.
She could go that far just because of the parents. They were pushing her beyond her limits. She couldn't bear that pressure, that fear. She was living in that fear, and then finally she decided to take her parents down. So after having all these statements from the father, detective, they call Jennifer for the last time for the interview. Another question is, when Daniel Wong, he already had a new girlfriend, Christine, then what made him to come back to Jennifer? So it was because the insurance, the house, the financial gain, Jennifer could gain $500,000, and Daniel thought he could influence her to access this money possibly for his further future drugs activities. Detective discovers that this is not the first time that she attempted at murder. She had approached a friend of hers around 10 months ago and asked him to kill her father. She even went as much as paying this person. This plan obviously didn't go well, but it showed on the first place that she was already doing long time ago, and finally she did it.